Hey, YouTube family, Auntie is here. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I'm Patty Jackson. It's Curls, it's Scoop. Might veer off and get a little serious. Come on and get this hug. It's not cute not knowing, and now you're going to know. Have you watched the Monique special on Netflix? My Name is Monique. It was interesting. Some people liked it. It's so split. Some people liked it. Some people didn't like it. For me, it was different. It was different. But there was the commentary. And if this is your thing, that's your thing. That's okay. But she talked, I wanted to, did she come out as bisexual? See, she did this joke. Said she told her husband she desired to sleep with other women. And the husband said, I do too. Is that how the open marriage started? Because she said she ain't doing that no more. She said the open marriage is done. Y'all know how I feel about open marriages. I'm like, ugh. You just opened up a can of worms. Just imagine getting the worms back into the can. But if you watch it, I want to know what you think. Because I was like, this is interesting. This is the Netflix special where she sued to get millions. She told a very telling story in an interview about Richard Pryor, who told her, do not change. No, she's not for everyone. But did you watch it? Real curious to know your opinion. Don Lemon. Y'all know he my friend. Is CNN using him as a scapegoat for a losing network? CNN's ratings are trash. Back in the day, CNN was kind of like a leader in news, especially on cable news. Because when it debuted in the 80s, there was nothing else like it. Now, there's so much on TV, it's not even funny. But CNN lost their direction when they changed directions. Now they're trying to do a Fox News light. Like, they don't want to be full on like Fox News, but it's like a Fox News light. They've lost some prominent names. They moved Don to mornings. He's got to work alongside Poppy Harlow, Caitlin, two women he's working with. And the ratings are terrible. It's not good. He's gotten in trouble for things he said about women. He had to apologize. They're making him undergo formal training. Now they're bringing up stories 15 years ago. Some woman was saying he was mean, misogynist. Other stories working with other women. How he told black stories, demanding to do more black stories. They brought up so much. I said, why are y'all trying to build a paper trail against Don? Saying he's mean towards women. He has diva antics. See, the thing is, Don is black and gay. So they're going to come at you from both sides. The ratings are in trouble. I think the minute they remove Don, your ratings are going to go down even more. Because now you're not going to have that lightning rod. People talk about Don. He always winds up trending. I literally be like this. Why is he trending? What happened now? I'm going to text him later on. Because it's like, I think they're setting him up. The ratings are terrible. They're bringing Gayle King in, going to pay her $12 million. That's not going to fix your network. These people making all this money and just making the absolute worst decisions. I think they're trying to make him a target. You're bringing up all of this stuff. Oh, he's so mean to me. It's not always going to be nice in the workplace. And Don can't get another job. He can write books. He can do podcasts. The world could be his oyster. Someone had said, in this article that I read, that he's changed. He's all about the fame and he wants to be popular. And well, he's achieved that, because I'm telling you, he's trending all the time. Trump constantly bashes him. Constantly. Don, be careful, because you could be used as a scapegoat. Not that getting rid of a Don Lemon is going to save a network that doesn't even know its identity. You got to know your identity. You got to know who you are. so that you can present. And I think that CNN, they don't know. They got bosses. I don't know what they spending money on. You know, there's some people got positions. And it's like, why they paying you all that money? Because you dumb as bricks. Tyrese. You know, he's got a new song out. And he is saying that TGT is getting back together. This is Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese. They did a studio performance here at DAS years ago. And I was hosting it. Child, Tyrese was going to sleep. He suffered from exhaustion. Genuine, I don't know what was going on with Genuine. And Tank was seething because he was like, what am I doing here with these two? It was kind of crazy. I think that they were promising together, but now they're getting back together. Are the behaviors going to change? I'm telling you, Tank was like, why am I here? You know, you're in the midst of just bizarreness. He realized he was in the midst of bizarreness. TLC is coming out with TLC Forever. It's a new document on the group. Chili, Left Eye, T-Boz, sold so many records. They were so big. Then Left Eye, killed in an automobile accident. They're still touring. They were releasing some new music, but they still tour these mixtape tours. But it is amazing how at one time, TLC was the biggest girl group ever. This docuseries is going to air. It's a 2-hour docuseries, Saturday, June 3rd on Lifetime and A&E. Get ready for TLC. Tamar's ex-husband, Vince Herbert, is in trouble. Being sued by a jewelry fraud case. He is being sued for $80,000. Vince is a nice guy, but he don't like pay no bills. You ever meet somebody that don't like to pay no bills? They just rack up debt all over the place. They get money, never repay it. It's a mess. But this time, they couldn't have him backed in a corner. Vince, I don't know how he's making money nowadays, but he is being sued for $80,000 in this jewelry. It's a fraud case. They want their money. Singer Kim. I love him. I do. I've known him. He recorded his first album, part of it in Philadelphia. So when I got a chance to interview him, he was like, I listen to you all the time. He's sharing the story of his life. It's called Share My Life. And what's amazing about Kim and what this book is going to do to help others. In life, you can fall down, you can get knocked down, but it's how you get back up. How are you going to get back up? Which can be hard. This book, he talks about addiction, alcoholism. He was homeless. His family kicked him out. Can't do you, can't deal with you. How he turned his life around, always had that magnificent voice. He also has a live album. Yes. All of that is coming out this week, and he's touring. If he comes to a city near you, go see him. Kim is amazing. His life story is amazing, and I know it's going to be used as a vessel to help others. So many people struggle with addiction, and you may say, oh, just stop drinking, just stop doing drugs. It's not that easy. There's a Reverend Wells here, one day at a time. He would say, one day at a time, because it is one day at a time. You could be off the wagon for years, but something happened, something trigger. You think, I'm going to just take one drink. Starts the cycle all over again. I hope this book can bless those and help those who are going through addiction, because addiction is a problem in America. We all know life is hard, but people turn to things to get away from the realities of the life that they're facing. Kim, Share My Life. Get the book. The motion picture Air is in theaters. It's streaming on Amazon Prime. I love when I get surprised at the movies, because I was like, oh, what's the big deal about this movie? 1984, when Nike had to sign Michael Jordan. He didn't want to be with no Nike. He wanted to go everywhere else. But how did Sonny Vaccaro, played by Matt Damon, get him? You got Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, who directed. Viola Davis, who plays Dolores Robinson, Michael Jordan's mom. You've got my man, Marlon Wayans. Y'all know I love my Marlon. And you've got Chris Tucker, amongst others. What is the guy? Oh, I keep forgetting his name. Jason Bateman. He's a former child star. He's amazing. Just some great casting and acting. And I haven't felt this way about a sports movie maybe since Jerry Maguire. I got to tell y'all about Jerry Maguire, which is a great movie with Tom Cruise. I didn't pay attention to the rating. Mom, we're going to the movies. So I take my mom to the movies. Bam, this movie opens with this wild sex scene. And my mother said, you got me sitting here watching pornography. No, Mom, no. She was so mad. She was so mad. We went to see Beloved. I took her to that movie screening. Child, the minute Danny Glover got out that tub and they showed his butt, she said, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go. We had to leave the movie theater because she got mad. Now, we didn't leave Jerry Maguire, and it was a good movie, but she would never say it was good because it was his ex. Air is a great sports-themed movie without sex or romance. So, you don't have to worry. If your parents are still living and you do the things of going to make sure you know what they're rated, because she was livid. I wanted to just creep down in the chair. And it's so funny because at this point in my life, I'm turning into her. I notice I say things, I'm just, the way that I'm just acting, and I'm like, oh, I'm acting like Sarah up in here. But Air is a good movie, and the soundtrack is great. If you love music from the 80s, everything from Shaka Khan's Ain't Nobody, Run DMC, My Adidas, this group Ranger, they sang this song, Sister Christian. It's a mixture of pop, rock, hip-hop, R&B. That soundtrack is awesome. I sang every song while I'm sitting there watching this movie. I said, oh boy, because that's when I first got in the radio. It's good. It's a good movie. It's streaming on Amazon Prime, and if you don't have that, it is in theaters. But Air, all kind of thumbs up. Go see it. You'll be charmed. You'll laugh. And wait until you see Viola Davis. Tomorrow night, Jeremy Renner sits down with Diane Sawyer. That New Year's Day incident with a snowplow ran over him twice. I can't believe he is sitting up in a chair. I can't believe he's walking. He's walking with the help of these, things, because they work to get back on your feet. Amazing. He is lucky to be alive. And he says if it wasn't for his nephew, who he was trying to save, he would have been dead. He wrote a note. He wrote a goodbye note to his family, but Jeremy Renner sits down with her. Music award shows may be going by the wayside, but we can count on the MTV Movie and TV Awards and Top Gun's leading the nominations. It comes on May 7th. What makes this music show different? You get to vote. Vote for your favorites at MTV.com. Terry Crews, he's doing a pilot for CBS for a new comedy show. Lizzo, she is gearing up for the second season of her Emmy award-winning series. Watch out for the big girls. That show won an Emmy. She's gearing up for season 2, and she says she is looking for women who are not only big, but they can sing and dance. Final story coming out of American Idol. Katy Perry being mean to Lionel Richie. Y'all know, we're family. I've interviewed him. He said, that's my family. So I go with the story too. Like, yes, me and Lionel are family. Katy Perry, 38, has been very mean to Lionel Richie. He's 73. You got to learn how to respect the legends. She talks over him. She leaves him out of the conversation. She turns her back to this so she don't have to talk to him. Girl, you'll know who you sitting next to. Lionel. Lionel Richie. Some of us call him Lionel. Some of us just say Lionel. But she's been very mean. Her whole attitude this season, she mom-shamed this woman. The woman was crying. She quit Idol. Katie, somebody going to snatch you up. Now, Lionel is a very nice man, and he's a Cancer. But when you hit this a certain trigger, because I dated 2 Cancers, there's a certain trigger. You don't want to see the other side of the Cancer. But anywho, Imagine if he snatched her up. You could imagine what the headlines would be. Katy, respect your elders, and you respect that man, that legend sitting next to you. Lionel Richie. Respect that legend that is sitting next to you. And be just a little nicer on American Idol, because you don't have to be that mean to some of the contestants. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. Leave a comment. You know, I threw a lot of stuff out there. I'm looking for answers to. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, and so that you never miss anything, subscribe to the channel. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. Thanks for joining me. I'm your auntie of pop culture.